picture of disaster, like ships. I walk into businesses sometimes, and they have ships like on seas that are rough, and the ship is being broken apart. That is not good feng shui for having a business that can endure the rough seas carefully and steadily. So be very cognizant. What's on the walls? You have to laugh. And if the picture hasn't been dusted or cleaned in years, if it's got glass on the front of it, go get the Windex and give it a wipe down. It'll breathe. Things breathe better when they're clean. You and I do. Why would a thing be any different? If your car is your office, and this is tricky because years ago I used to sell real estate, and so many realtors, their car was their office. And it more often than not, the offices were so despicable that you just hoped you'd never have to get in their car. It would be a cross-wiring between a nasty office and a movie theater after a crowd of people that were completely discarding anything and everything wildly all about them. Wrappers on the floor, kids' peanut butter sandwiches stuck in places. No, clean your car, especially, well, first of all, your car should be clean at all times. But if it isn't, and if it's your office, you're not going to have a prosperous business as you could have. So even if it's remotely prosperous now, it'll be way more prosperous. So get in there. If your seats are leather, take some leather cleaner, clean them. If they're vinyl, clean them. If they're upholstered, vacuum them. Yeah, there's such a thing called vacuuming your car. It does wonders. So you can see now also in your car, I keep a little crystal in my car. I think I've mentioned that before. Keep a little crystal in your car. It just depends on how much you want to be invested in your own well-being. I'm going to go back now. So you get the point with your car. Please clean it. Let's go back inside to your office that you're with other people. If you have a space, you've got your own cubby, and you have 160 pictures of your children from the time they came out of the womb until they're married, and now you've got every picture of your grandchild, or you've got every picture of a superstar. I mean, unless you're working for Extra or something and you need pictures of stars around you, movie stars, okay, fine. Other than that, take the stuff down. Doesn't belong there. It's inappropriate, and it's congesting your thinking. Less is more. I know some of you still have the stuffed animals. I don't know what that's about, but I guess it's a reluctance to give up your childhood. But if you are 56 years old, you may want to consider, possibly, it's time to let some of that go so that bigger and better things can come into you. So look at your cubby, look at your space. If you have 7,000 mugs lined up, some of them still with coffee in from the last year's Christmas party, maybe you want to clean them, take them, give them, donate them. Something called Goodwill and all these great places where you can simply give things away. So it's a wonderful time to restore your balance by looking at the feng shui of your car, of your modular, of your home, of your big office, whatever you're doing. Oh, and your chair, one little thing about your chair. Are you sitting in a chair that's appropriate for yourself? If you're the boss and you're sitting like on a rickety little stool, it actually takes your power away. So be careful how you're using chairs. And if you're sitting in a chair where the last 6 people sat in that chair and they were fired or stole from the company, I would say you're deserving of another chair. So chairs are way more powerful than you might suspect. And you are way more powerful than you might suspect. And I hope this week you learned a little. Your perception is expanded a lot. Know that my heart is with you on your journey. It's a great journey. You are the staff of life. You're it, kid. Safe travels. Until next week, have a good week.